Hey, earlier this morning we talked about some safety tips to avoid accidents on the road, but we know sometimes it's inevitable. There was a Mishawaka man who was found trapped 6 days after crashing his truck here in Northwest Indiana.
Yeah, as you know, thankfully he was found alive and he is recovering. But we want to talk about how we can all prepare even better as we continue to head into these winter months, right? Erica Menez joins us once again with Sergeant Ted Bohner with some tips on what to do if you find yourself stuck in a vehicle or even on the side of the road. This is so important, Erica.
Good morning, everyone. If you're just joining us, today we're sharing tips on how to stay safe on the road. But if you do become stuck for any reason, we have Sergeant Ted Bohner with us, and he's going to explain what you can do in the case that you do become stuck in your car.
Yeah, I think this is the time when we talk about having an emergency kit in your car, and that's going to have things to stay warm, whether it be blankets, a couple sweatshirts, things like that, maybe some bottles of water, Gatorade, protein bars, that type of thing to be able to sustain yourself for a little bit. As well as a phone charger. Most of us think if we're involved in a crash or whatever, we're just going to call for help. But if we're in a crash, especially like a rollover type crash, phones end up anywhere and often can be broken. So if you have a way of calling, whether through your phone or through your watch or something like that, can be very helpful as well. I also think it's important to mention if you are traveling like a distance to go see friends or family, let them know when you're leaving, when to expect you, and what route you're going to take. That way, if you don't show up, we can figure it out because you're between point A and B instead of just trying to figure it out with all the different routes that possibly could have been taken. And those are the important things, and just preparing for that worst day or that worst moment, possible.
Perfect. Is there anything else our community should know about staying safe during this weather?
I think, like we talked about before, when the conditions are less than optimal, to just drive extra safe. Don't follow too closely. Try to avoid those packs of vehicles that are traveling on interstates and highways, so you don't get caught up in somebody else's mistake. Obviously, wear your seatbelt because that's a game changer, and just slow down and allow extra time to get to where you need to go.
Perfect. And if you do find yourself sliding, what should you do?
The worst thing you can do is try to make your car do two things at once. Like slamming on the brakes and trying to turn is a bad idea. When you try to slide, just try to make small inputs into the steering to catch that slide, and any big input in a sliding car is a bad thing. So try to be as calm as possible and not do anything drastic.
Perfect. Thank you. We appreciate your time this morning. We'll be right back.